Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Now we are going to discuss lecture number 20, which is the remaining part of the previous lecture. Application of differential photocalorimetry. आज हम उसकी कुछ एग्जाम्पल पढ़ेंगे. The following application examples from the field of photo-initiated radical and cationic polymerization have been selected to demonstrate the multiple use of photocalorimetry. All samples were analyzed in open aluminum pan isothermally at 30 degrees Celsius. Because of the fact that photopolymerizations via radicals are inhibited by oxygen, the sample holder was purged with an inert gas के उसमें हम purge gas use करते हैं. Dependence of reactivity upon functionalization कि जो रिएक्शन है या फोटोपोलीमराइजेशन है वो फंक्शनलाइजेशन पे डिपेंड करता है या नहीं करता. तो ये हम डिस्कस करेंगे. ड्यूरिंग फोटोपोलीमराइजेशन द फंक्शनल ग्रुप्स frequently will not react completely, in particular when polyfunctional monomers are to be cross-linked. कि फंक्शनल ग्रुप इतना अहम रोल अदा नहीं करता, खुसूसन जो है पॉलीफंक्शनल मोनोमर्स में. Silicon acrylate have been used to investigate the extent to which an accumulation of acrylate functions will influence cover rate and the residual unsaturation that remains after UV exposure. Polydimethyl siloxane functionalized with mono, di and triacrylate at their chain ends were radiated in the DSC under identical conditions in the presence of photo initiators, जिस तरह फिगर में दिया गया है. ये ए, ये बी और ये सी. फिगर ए इज monoacrylate, B is diacrylate and C is triacrylate, represented by R ends group in polydimethyl siloxane. ये R आपको नज़र आ रहा है, इधर भी आर है, इसमें भी इधर शायद हो आर. Figure 12.4 shows that the alpha omega difunctional silicon acrylate is more reactive than the mono and trifunctional acrylate. The heat of reaction involved in each case permits the calculation of the conservation of the acrylate groups by means of standard heat of acrylate polymerization. तो इससे आपको पता चल जाता है ये वही अल्फ़ा ओमेगा मोनो एक्राइलेट है ये डाई एक्राइलेट है, ट्राई एक्राइलेट, डिपेंडेंस ऑफ द क्यूर रेट ऑफ सिलिकॉन एक्राइलेट अपॉन फंक्शनलाइजेशन। तो इसमें मोनोमर या मोनो फंक्शनल या मोनो एक्राइलेट डेट यानी अल्फा ओमेगा डेट इज मोर reactive as compared to the other two. A comparison with the initial acrylate contents determined by titration clearly demonstrates that the acrylate functions of the trifunctional siloxane react incompletely. अब इन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ वेवलेंथ के वेवलेंथ जो है उसको कैसे अफेक्ट करता है। इन ए स्टडी ऑफ द रिस्पॉन्स ऑफ ए यूवी curable composition to different irradiation wavelengths, 2-hydroxy 2-methyl 1-phenyl propane 1 on ये Deraker, this is the trade name, at a concentration of 3% in an acrylate resin was used as photoinitiator. The UV spectrum of the photoinitiator showed an absorption maximum at 320 nanometer, indicating that this should be the best wavelength for irradiation. ये किसी बुक से मैंने लिया है, ब्राउन बुक है, थर्मल मेथड ऑफ एनालिसिस। The photocalorimetric measurements with monochromatic irradiation of the samples at a constant intensity indicate that the highest polymerization rate occurs at an excitation wavelength of 340 nanometer. Influence of photoinitiator concentration के photoinitiator concentration increase या decrease करने से क्या असर होता है। As a basis, a hexanedyl diacrylate was used to which was added 1% and 5% benzyl dimethyl ketal as well as 1% and 5% benzyl diethyl ketal एज फोटो इनिशिएटर। दो इनिशिएटर यूज़ किया है, दोनों के कंसंट्रेशन जो है वो एक में 1% और 5% रखी है। द सैंपल वर इरेडिएटेड इन ए थिकनेस ऑफ 80 micrometer with a mercury arc lamp at a UV intensity of 1 milliwatt per centimeter square. It is apparent from the DSC curves obtained that the HDDA slash BDMK mixture do not show any significant dependence on the photoinitiator concentrations कि इन दोनों का concentration जो है वो इतना affect नहीं करता। This is different to the HDDA slash BDEK mixture where reaction time and reaction rate are distinctly influenced by photoinitiator concentration. Influence of humidity. During cationic epoxide polymerization, small amount of water may operate both as a chain transfer agent and as a termination agent, depending mostly on the polarity of the surrounding medium. The influence on humidity was investigated for a photoreactive epoxide resin which had been kept for 7 days at 25 degrees centigrade and 0, 50 and 90% relative humidity. The resin was polymerized isothermally in the photocalorimetric under UV irradiation, and then to determine the remaining reaction enthalpy was heated to 200 degrees Celsius with a linear temperature program. The highest polymerization speed was achieved on the sample that had been kept at 25 degrees Celsius /90% humidity. The reaction heat released during isothermal and dynamic scanned resin rises with increasing humidity from 509 to 602 joule per gram. अब ये इसका ओवरऑल जो है एप्लीकेशंस है डीपीसी का कि देयर आर डिफरेंट पॉलीमर्स especially photopolymers which can be analyzed by DPC. DPC has in recent years been applied to study on a range of photopolymers including DF2000 polymers. ये डिफरेंट नेम है काफ़ी मुश्किल है. सिनामोनाइल फिनाइल मेटा एक्राइलेट ग्लाइसेडाइल मेटा एक्राइलेट कोपॉलीमर्स मल्टी इथाइलिन ग्लाइकोल डाई मीटा एक्राइलेट एबेक्राइल 270 aliphatic urethane diacrylate 1,6-hexadiol diacrylate, this is the trade name, 2-hydroxy 2-methyl phenyl propane 1-on epoxy acrylate epoxy vinyl ether formulation polyacrylate maleimide and vinyl ether hydroxylated polyamide and polystyrene polyinbutyl acrylate copolymers. So all these photopolymers can be studied by using DPC. तो ये डिफरेंशियल फोटो कैलोरीमेट्री का लास्ट लेक्चर था. उम्मीद करता हूँ कि आपको समझ आ गया होगा. थैंक्स अ लॉट फॉर योर पेशेंस.